Good evening, friends. Dr. Jim Daly here from Astronomy for Change. Welcome to the sky tonight for Saturday, August 3rd, 2019. Today we have our beautifully well-placed waxing crescent moon. As we recall, last month, July 2nd, we had our total solar eclipse, and now we're back into the entire lunar cycle. Takes almost 30 days, and we're back again into the lunar cycle for August, beginning more or less on the first of the month. So here we are. The moon is very low in the western sky, just after sunset, as we can see here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look later on in the evening at the Perseid Meteor shower, okay, and show you guys where you can see that. It's a famous meteor shower. The meteor showers are caused as the Earth passes through a cloud of debris left over by the passage of a comet. And in the case of the Perseids, it's the comet Swift-Tuttle. Okay, we can see the moon is in Leo. Okay, we'll pause it for a moment, turn on our constellation. Constellations, the moon is in Leo. And these are all the spring constellations that are going to start setting now. Okay, and right, as the sky gets dark towards the end of twilight, these constellations will be gone. Okay, these are all the spring constellations, Virgo and Leo spring constellations. Okay, so we have the beautiful twilight setting here with the moon, the waxing crescent moon. Again, it's waxing in phase. Anything that waxes is thought of as getting larger. Anything that wanes is getting smaller. Well, in this case, it's waxing in phase, or the phase is increasing. Now, tomorrow, what we can do is show you the way the moon will look tomorrow, Sunday, August 4th. Okay, we can change the time and the date here. Just bump the date up one day. You can see what the moon will look like tomorrow. You see, the moon is moving along the what we call the ecliptic, and we'll take a look at that and show you. This is an earlier video, but it's instructive to every now and again to illustrate this. The ecliptic is the imaginary path all the sun and all objects in the solar system appear to take, and any constellations that lie along the plane of the ecliptic. Let's put the constellations back again, are the zodiac, constellations of the zodiac. Okay, and that's just a quick lesson. And if we progress further east, let's take a look east. We'll leave the we'll go back to today's date, the 3rd. Take that off, and let's take a look further east. You're going to note that Jupiter, here's Jupiter, and you can see mighty Antares with Scorpio. Scorpio, as everybody knows, and Sagittarius further to the east with Saturn there, embedded in these beautiful constellations of the summer. Okay, and as expected, they lie right along the plane of the ecliptic. Okay, so let's let the sky advance a little bit as we speak, and you can see the sky's getting darker as the sun goes further and further below the horizon. Let me just turn off the ecliptic here. Okay. Now, as the sky here, this is a beautiful sky. You can see the galactic center. We spoke about this extensively now. We look northward, follow this, the Milky Way. You can see Vega, Deneb, and Altair. Scroll back down. The sky is slowly drifting to the west. Continuing further east, you take note, there's the great square of Pegasus right here. In an earlier video we mentioned this. Here's Andromeda right here. Again, the constellations. Andromeda. here's Perseus, right here. As everybody knows, Perseus was, right? Of ancient Greek lore, mythology. Perseus was one of the chief characters in the Greek pantheon of gods. Right here. Okay, now let's activate our little the meteors. You can see right there. That's what they call the radiant point. The radiant point is the apparent location on the sky where the meteors appear to emanate from. Now think of this, try to imagine as you're driving a car through a heavy downpour of rain. As you're driving through the rain, perhaps the drops will appear to move to the side and above and below you as you move through the rain. Think of the Earth as doing the same thing as it moves through this swarm of debris left behind by a comet, in this case, comet Swift-Tuttle. Now, the meteor showers, in this case the Perseids, are known historically as occurring in the early part of August. And this year, they're going to peak on or about they peak between the 12th and the 13th, and they're visible between July 17th and August 24th, with up to 80 sightings per hour. So if you're looking in this direction here, at the radiant point for the Perseids here, you're going to see emanating from that point on the sky between 60 and 80 meteors per hour. Now, there's three designations here. First, we have a meteoroid, then we have a meteor, and then we have a meteorite. Meteoroid is just a piece of rock and debris floating in space. It does not have any destination. It's just a random piece of debris. Could be rock, could be ice. That's drifting through space. When it encounters something like a planet, such as our Earth, and it strikes the Earth's atmosphere, if it doesn't skim out back into space and it actually continues to penetrate into the atmosphere, the heat of friction will cause this rock, this piece of debris, to heat up to basically to vaporize it, up to 2,000 or 3,000 degrees Kelvin, and it will vaporize, right? I don't know, many of you, I'm sure, have seen many spacecraft lift off and then perform a mission in space above the Earth in orbit, go to the moon and come back or whatever, etc. When they return, they have to orient the returning spacecraft in such a way as the heat shield that coats the outer surface of the spacecraft in such a way that it strikes the atmosphere in a uniform fashion, allowing the speed to bleed off in the form of heat energy, which radiates away. Now that heat can rise, up to 2,000 or 3,000 degrees. It gets very hot from the heat of friction. Well, that's what happens with the meteors. Now, we've drifted quite a ways deep into the night. It's now 5 a.m. in the morning, and you can see it's starting to get light in the east here with mighty Orion, the hunter. This is a winter constellation, Aldebaran, red giant star. Here's Orion, the mighty hunter. Let's quickly put on the constellation so you can see the way he looks. Right there with his club raised and his shield held out in front of him. Okay. Getting back to our description of meteor shower. So the three varieties of meteor. We have a meteoroid. A meteorite is when it actually enters the atmosphere of the Earth, or any planet for that matter, burns up in the atmosphere, and if it happens to make it to the ground, but that's a meteor. It's otherwise known as a shooting star. If it makes it to the ground, it's called a meteorite. Okay, if it actually lands on the surface of the Earth. So we have a meteoroid as it's floating, drifting through space. We have the meteor as it's streaking through the sky, otherwise known as a shooting star. It has no relation to stars at all. It just looks like a star that's streaking through the sky, hence the name. And if it makes it to the ground, we call it a meteorite. Okay, so the radiant point is that point on the sky identified here with, for example, with the Perseids. is famous famous for the month of August. Let's go back to okay, this is here. This is on timeanddate.com. This is the radiant point for. Let's go back a little bit. This is timeanddate.com. That circle there is the radiant point, surrounds the radiant point for the Perseids. Right there is Perseus. Okay, you can get this interactive sky chart on timeanddate.com. Astronomy and then meteor showers and so forth under Perseid Meteor shower. Okay, going back to stellarium. That's what we see. All right, so that's where it is. It's flanked to the north, excuse me, to the northwest by Cassiopeia, the Queen, and mighty Perseus. Okay, it makes for a beautiful early morning setting, and this is quite a ways into the night. And that's what I want. There's a lot of meteor showers here. They're all over here towards the southwest. Number of active meteors. And as I said, the number of meteors you can see per hour range from 60 to 80 at this time. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please like and share. Like and subscribe. This is a separate subscription that, compared to our public website. That's a separate, if you subscribe to our website, then you also have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then please do tell your friends and share. And until next time, everybody, please keep looking up.